Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. And want to say thank you guys for watching the channel, the support, comments, particularly. I like it because that way you sharing it with others. Very interesting energies are going on I'm talking about within the sky. A lot of the things are changing in there. Those changes was expected as a Mars will coming forward in Cancer. We talk about these family situations, and we seeing it in a personal. We're seeing it out there in the collective energies. Everyone can pick that up their own views, depends of their own energies. This is why you're supposed to know your chart as an energy, what is your ability, capabilities are. Um, I was working on the video for Venus retrograde. It's gonna come out tomorrow, guys. It's a lot of information. I'm gonna give you this kind of like informations right now because it's gonna take the period of the end of January all the way up till May. And through that period of Venus has been retrograde, there's a lot of stuff is gonna happen. That it's gonna be including that within Venus retrograde period. In there, we are going to have a Mercury retrograde period. So all the time, Venus is going to be a retrograde. We're going to have a one cycle within the another. So we are talking about there's going to be a lot of reflections in there. Then we're going to have a little break, and guess who's going to turn retrograde? Pluto. But we're going to be talking about particularly about Venus. A lot of the things is going to be coming out with this. I believe this is going to be a very highly positive energies. So stay tuned. It's going to be a video. It's not going to be live because this is a lot of information, and you will be able to basically to go ahead and watch a little portion on your inconvenient time because it's going to be long in there. And I look at it. It's a lot of information. Okay. So with that being said today, though, the energies is going to be that moving away from the wounds and the shadow. We're going to be talking about this today, particularly. Of course, this is going to be on a personal level. And, when at the personal level is affecting, then it's affecting also the collective. So, what is the key, though? The key is you. Okay, looking at for new opportunities. What does that mean, Dio? What are you saying? The new opportunities on the title. Basically, this is gonna be the moon that's gonna be moving out of Aries. Is gonna be entering Taurus. Taurus is about making of money. Taurus is about getting into a new house. Taurus is about seeking that new opportunities. But you gotta have what? The key to open the door. Okay. Nobody can go out there and do the things for you. But this is only is gonna be a preparations because you're gonna be hitting the wall. And when I'm talking about this hitting the wall in there, we are going to be having very, very interesting energies. But in the end of the day, in the last 3, 4 hours, we're talking about from 7 p.m. There's going to be some change within the energies because the moon is going to begin to sextiling the sun. Basically, intuition and authority is going to have like contract, and this is going to be a preparations for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be happening a very beautiful moment with this. Tomorrow the moon is going to be joining Uranus. Okay, certain things, certain opportunities, certain situations. Okay, so you have to be ready. Hopefully you prepare it yourself. We've been talking about it in the past 3, 4 months when a Mercury, when a Mars, I'm sorry, was retrograde. What are you gonna go with this? So we're gonna be seeing it, the changes in there, the reflections they're gonna be making it. But the most important is gonna be a progress. Okay, a progress, and part of that progress is you. Okay, your personal progress is gonna be affecting out there because whatever you're thinking as a thought, as a process, If you are vibrating on the higher frequencies in there, you spread them out. And whoever resonates with that energies within you, within the proper, within the truth, or within being honest in there, this is kind of like that energy is going to be kind of like you putting the seeds out, okay? So this is what is going to be. And with that being said, I'm going to be going into through the chart in there. First of all, I have to rewind it back into 7 o'clock in the morning because this is too much to be processed in there. But be mindful that the most of the day, the intuition is going to be under pressure. Okay, we're talking about the intuition is going to be under pressure. She's going to be squaring what? She's going to be squaring Pluto. And with this energies of the moon, we are going to be expecting anything. Basically, you're like, I don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. Everyone is like going with their heads cut off. That is going to be because of in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. First of all, we are with Saturn. If you haven't watched that report that I was talking about, the Saturn of 2010, you should. It's very powerful. But now this Saturn, it's going to get forward, and we're going to be seeing it that Venus is going to be meeting with Saturn at that particularly 24 degree. So now Saturn has been in the ascendant in the morning. It is about the trines with Mars, schooling the things, creating the proper situations in there. Emotions, emotions, emotions. But it's not only emotions, but it's also energy in motion. So the midheaven that is at Sag is going to be squaring the Saturn. And the North Node, this is going to be creating some issues in there because you're not going to be able to see the things that you're trying to see. But the moon, it is trining midheaven, the inner work in the morning, with sextiling the Venus, which is going to be telling you what? The message. Go look in your shadow. And you're like, well, I'm opposing this shadow. I'm opposing to see the truth. I'm opposing to see what it's within me. I'm opposing to see my opportunities. I'm opposing to see what is it, the gift within me. I am scared. And this is what is going to be going on with this energies that is going to be within you. So don't be scared. There is nothing to be scared. It is about learning curve, learning process. Okay, there is going to be two types of people. It's going to be like the people who are sitting down in the pitch. Okay, they're going down there and they're just sitting there. And there's going to be some people who's going to be like, oh, I'm down there, but I can take the ground and I can make some steps to get out. Those are the people I hope I'm talking to. How are you going to get out? Because some of the people, they're staying down and they're staying down to the rest of their life. All right. So with this has been said, there's going to be some things that is going to be moving up, not down, up. There you go. We're going to have the moon coming out of the ascendant. It's going to be opposing Lilith. As you see it, the moon is not going to have these positive aspects. So you're like, oh my God, there is so much going on in there. But Lilith is in divine energies with what? With the North Node, with Mercury and Neptune at the same time. So it's kind of like it's divine timing. You see, when the divine time kicks in, you can't just go out there and try to doing things. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be missing a balance. So right now, with those energies, particularly with the midheaven, that it's gonna be at Capricorn, those divine energies with Jupiter is about to grow. It's time to mature. We were talking about maturing. And now the maturing, we are seeing it, what it needs to be mature within yourself. Particularly, we're talking about communications, okay? Jupiter is in where? In the house of communications. But what kind of communications we're talking about? Self, okay? Gemini, it's personal. What I'm telling myself. While Sagittarius, which is in the opposite end, it is what I'm telling to others with others. Okay, so everything is basically from Aries, to Libra. That is at the personal levels. But when you flip it over in there in 180 degrees, everything that you do there You actually do it within. But you need to understand the mirror is not like you flipping the charts, like right there. Here's the chart, and you flip it like this. No, it goes 180 degrees of positions. Why? Because of the gravity. If you can understand the principle of gravity, that what is going in goes to the center, it goes to see its opposite end, and then it goes back around. Okay? It's moving. All right? It's never stopped. So when you're understanding these processes, you're not going to be having the fear to going into the shadow, as the ascendant is going to be telling you to the intuition, let's move up, let's goes up in there. Okay. All right. Things is gonna be moved at 9 o'clock. Things is gonna be calmed down. The midheaven is gonna be with Capricorn, and the ascendant is gonna be with Uranus. It's gonna be telling you about the things tomorrow. Okay, because tomorrow this energy is gonna be with what? It's gonna be with the moon. Okay, this is why it's important to follow the energies day by day, because here that's what the moon is gonna be coming. All right, you're going to be seeing that beautiful energy. But the question is today, are you going to face the fears? Because you don't face the fears, the universe is like, oh, you're afraid. You're afraid of the universe. You're afraid of what's going to happen. You're afraid of other things. You're afraid to create. You are afraid to make a better future. How can I give you this if you are afraid out of it? You get it? Hopefully you did. All right. This is why I look the charts for also a day ahead, so you guys can understand why you're doing these things for tomorrow. You're creating things. All right. So this is gonna be a very powerful moment. This is gonna be the time that you're gonna hear something. It's like, hey, there is this new job, or there is this new opportunity, or there is this new house, or maybe you can buy the house, or you can get an apartment, or you finally, it's like, oh my God, I heard the news that I have to move to a different place. There's gonna be so many things all of a sudden. Okay, you need to understand Uranus is a sudden changes all of a sudden. Okay, you are hold on, you try to do, you've been into the dwelling in the dweller energies within you, and all of a sudden Uranus is coming, is like, here is boom, deal with it, right? But this is going to be some powerful things. We're talking about the professions in there. That's what is the opportunity, Capricorn. Okay. But if you hold on and you have that fears, as the moon, it is opposing Lilith. And right now we have that squares with the midheaven. You're not going to be able to do the work. Why? You're scared. And it's okay to be scared. Okay. It's all right to be, but don't allow it, the fear, to control you. All right. Talking about at 10 o'clock, that is going to be the ascendant with Jupiter. Right now, authority has to grow up. It is what it is. We need to change the process of thinking. We've been talking about since those changes of coming in. We're talking about the Aquarius moments in there, where the sun was with all the bunch of planets in there in Aquarius. And now we are seeing it, that this work, it has to be completed. This cycle, this ending of this cycle of the last year and beginning of the new astrology year, we are going to be in a proper place. But it's going to be require what? The growth. And currently the authority doesn't want to grow. Currently the authority is like, I've been thinking, I'm looking into Mars, I'm looking into what is going to do. Mars says, like, enough is enough. I have to fix these things in the family. Okay, so you looking within yourself, you may gonna find that this two energies there, kind of like trying to fight, trying to go the old ways. I'm gonna do, and all of a sudden there is this energy that it's calm down, see, feel, touch base with your emotions, touch base of the consequences of your emotions, get a little bit more mature, a little bit more. And that is what Jupiter is going to be empowering. It's going to be putting into that, because right now he is what? He is with Mercury, he is with the Neptune. And guess what? When are we going to have these energies pretty soon? Mercury is going to go, a retrograde. Whatever we cannot processing right now, because we're talking about Mars. Mars is going to be looking at to a Mercury later on. It's like realizing that doing in the lower emotions in there, you make improper decisions, immature decisions, and all of a sudden the things didn't go well. So everything has to be go back. What is about love and money, and what do we have to do with communications? This is gonna go back into where Pisces and the psychology, and this is why this growth right now, this square with the sun, is going to be really kicking in. All right. You know what I mean. All right, 11 o'clock. The ascendant's going to be at Gemini. That is going to be squaring Neptune, the North Node. It's like, hey, we got to process these things here. It can't just be like that. It's going to be pointing out the beautiful trine to Lilith. Is like, hey, have you ever thought about it to look deep inside of you and see what you are able and capable? We talk about that as well. Okay, so as you see it right now, the moon is in that beautiful kite, which is mated by Lilith. She's going into the inner work to innovate yourself. She's going to be going into the moon. She's going to be going into the ascendant and then goes back into Lilith. That is the kite. It's pointing out to your intuitions to look at it to that place. Okay? Deeply, deeply rooted within you. Okay? This is kind of like the root command for your computer. You before you pull it in anything and so on, you got one thing, it's called BIOS. Okay, go look at it in there, but there is another program before the BIOS. They load it in so the hardware to work. So there is more you can go ahead and learn there. All right, you should go forward, not back. I think like this Venus retrograde is affecting even my computer. All right, next hour. This is the hour of the intuition with Mars. This is going to be this energy that has to be grown up. Okay, so if the authority can execute an order to the warrior within you, what is it that order will be? So we're going to be seeing that this energies of a proper way, that it's going to be coming from Mars towards the authority. It says like, hey, this is not proper, we have to do this. But there's going to be this energy from the sun in the midheaven towards Jupiter. It's like, hey, we have to mature within this. I might better listen. I might better see what it is. Because this warrior wants its family. I don't want to send him to someplace else. So there's going to be some this internal energies inside of you that like, I don't want to fight within family. I don't want to fight within me anymore about the family. I don't want to fight with all this. I just want to be. And that energy of to be is going to be present. Okay? Because it's at some point, this constant energy of, because Mars is a warrior, he wants to be war. But we talk about Mars and Aries, two different archetypes, which is the astrologies, looking at into the mythology in there. But if you look at it within this, the one takes the one road, the other takes a completely different road. So it's all about you, what road you are going to take from within you. Your own personal actions, your own personal authority within your own self. Just to remind you, your intuition is going to be out of order. Okay, I'm saying it out of order simply because the moon is squaring Pluto, a lack of transformation, a lack of change. And if the feminine energy is deciding not to change, and they are opposing the shadow to see the things beneath the surface, missing the point. Okay, so don't depend today on your intuition, period. Because you have to move in away from Chiron, from those wounds, and you are in the greatest time to overcome your own fears for whatever that is. Okay, since the moon right now, it's moving into Taurus, is about the material world. Oh, can I be able to survive on my own in the material world? You're never by your own. Just to be clarifying this. There's a lot of billions of people on this earth. There is a gazillion, I don't know, whatever, it's the biggest number out there that I can think of, life forms around you, okay? Including trees, grass, animals, okay? You're never by yourself, okay? You just have so many bacteria in your face that you don't even know about it. So you're never alone, okay? So don't have that, you take that fears out of the way. But can you be able to survive on your own? So this kind of like a trigger is going to be putting in there into a perspective in there. And here it's going to be like, I'm going to be strong enough. I'm going to be powerful enough. I know what they need. I know what it takes. I know what I'm doing it. And now when you know why, the how is going to come. Because that energy of Uranus is going to come in tomorrow. Okay? But if you don't find the why, the how doesn't really matter, right? Because even if somebody brings you a gift and you're like, well, it wasn't about the gift. What are you going to do about it, right? All right, 1 o'clock. The ascendant's going to be with Mars. Powerful energies. That is going to be with the North Node. I mean, this kind of like energies it shows up a little bit the future. Okay, the ascendant right now it is at 24 degrees of Cancer. That shows up when a Mars is going to continue to coming down towards the end of Cancer. We are going to be seeing some more beautiful energies because that's going to be a perfect trine with Saturn, perfect trine with the Sun, and a perfect trine with what? With the North Node later. So we have a lot of goals to achieve during this. But guess what else is going to happen? Mercury is going to come back into Pisces. So is Venus. So the things is going to be much better later. And we're going to be seeing it, these processes. Okay? But right now, it is about this divine energy that it's going to come into Lilith. That it is the one thing you need to really pay attention. Okay? There is something buried from within you, and you have to find it. Hopefully, you did. All right. The next hour, the situation is gonna be kind of like in the oven of fire. There's gonna be some this hot vibes when the fears you know when every time you've been in the fear, you're shaking it up. You kind of like don't feel comfortable. You're like, oh, you're scared. You're afraid. Something is gonna happen in there. You're about this is like you arrived on an island after you've been having your life had situations in there. Your boat broke down and you're on that island and you are like, what should I do? How should I survive? Okay. And now you're shaking, you're afraid, and so on and so on. What are you gonna do first? First things first is water. Second things that you need to do in survival skills in there is providing the food. And you're going to be looking for those two things right away. But that is going to be what? Leading you to the knowledge of the ancients when they were establishing settlements, what they were looking for to build a house. Water and food. Taurus energy. Okay? So with this kind of like situations, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I need to change myself. So what do? You grow. You're gonna be forcing in to grow because your instincts that it's putting in within yourself, they're gonna be kicking in. But the instincts is coming from what? Your spiritual level that it's gonna come. And you're gonna be facing that energy. We are talking about 3 o'clock. The moon, it's right within the midheaven. It is opposing in there. And this energies is going to be leading you to where? there is this little green line here to the south node. You know everything from your past experiences, from your past lives before you come. What do you have on that cup of knowledge inside of your soul? All of a sudden it's open. Why? Because you have no other choice. You are kind of like pushed in there. Now your intuition is like, what is it going on? You now listen to me. No, you listen to something that you have before. And some of you is gonna be having this beautiful reconnections to maybe a past life or maybe a past an experience when you were in these kind of like situations, but you knew how to handle it. Okay, you knew how to handle it. All right, 4 p.m. The energies, the ascendant, it's moving into Leo. That it's going to be helping a little bit. You putting this power of that don't give up. Okay, Leo never give up. When the Leo makes up his mind, it doesn't give up. Okay, that is it. Their stubbornness in there, but they only give up what when they go against the universe. And this is why that energy of that ascendant squaring Uranus is like, don't go in there. Don't go against the gift that the universe is about to give you. Why are you going against it? You are running from your gift. Okay? The universe provided to you, the universe gave it to you. Why are you running away from it? Fear. What kind of fear? Okay? So, this ascendant is going to be pointing out those divine energies. We've been talking a lot about it in there towards this north node. You came in to achieve the goals of the north node. That's it. That's what you came for here for. Look at your north node in your chart, whatever it is. If you need some help, you can always contact. Okay? There is a contact in there under the video in the descriptions below. And you can see it. You can figure it out. But you have to overcome that fear from that Lilith. Okay? You got to overcome that. Because God gave her a gift to Lilith. But guess what she did? She abandoned it. Right? That's what she left Adam. That's what Adam went out and cried to God. God, I by myself cannot finish my job. Oh, here's I'm gonna be, put you to sleep. I'm gonna take your DNA. I'm going from your rib, and I'm gonna make you a wife, and she's gonna be exactly copy like you. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Right? But guess what? Lily has to find out the secret that God put in it. She has to overcome what? The fear of facing God again. All right, 5 o'clock, the ascendant goes into a Virgo. That's going to be some trine with the moon. Powerful energy there. You organize your emotions. You finally get to the point that, yeah, I got it. Okay. I have to organize this, but I need to grow. To facing your fears, you also have to grow. It cannot be just sneaking around and trying to escape and then trying to go between the drops when it's rain. So it can be staying dry, right? It's raining. You gotta get wet. If you don't have umbrella, it's gotta get wet. So this is a kind of like the energy it is, but this is gonna be triggered a lot of the dwellings energies because the duality is in there. It is to determining to not be in duality. You to make firm choices, okay? Firm choices. And when it comes into Pisces, what are the choices is? What I know the truth within me, within my soul. That's what I need to choose. The other one is just a disturbing. Okay? Oh, a lot of energies, guys. Hopefully you're doing fine. All right, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The ascendant still is going to be at Virgo. We talk about this Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. In there, we're going to be talking about for a while about those energies too. When you lacking to organize yourself, you cannot put this discipline of organizations. Okay, you may be going to work and you feel like you may be going into fulfill something, documents, and so on. And it's kind of like that desire of perfect organization. There is no perfect organizations. Get over it. There's only an opportunities to be a perfect organization. Because if there is no imperfections, you're not gonna be evolved. You better understand this. And who's gonna be understanding that? Mars. Okay? Mars is gonna be finally get the point. It is what it is. And that Mars is gonna be learning properly good. I hope. All right. Talking about 7 o'clock, the ascendant still is gonna be at Virgo. This energy towards the North Node. You see how this North Node, Neptune, and Mercury. That energy is so hot, and it's gonna be hot. Okay, but with that hot energies, we are having that past experience with the universe, with Pluto. It's always gonna be okay. Because right now we have a Mercury, Neptune, North Node, and we have the communications on how to get there. What are the communications said? Set your mind, set your goals, and go do it. But if you don't have a set your mind in there, we are going to be helping you out. We're going to put you back into the spiritual changeovers. We're going to be go back to find the truths, the deeper truths. Saturn is still in Pisces. Okay? Saturn is still in Pisces. Everything that it's hidden is going to come out one way or another. It won't be stay hidden for long. All right, and here is that hour at 8 o'clock. The ascendant's going to Libra, powerful energies with Pluto and Jupiter. The moon begins to sextile the sun, and right now the energy is beginning to be a little bit calm down. The intuition doesn't feel alone anymore. You're not feeling alone because you found another person on that island. And now you're like, oh, thank God. Thank you, universe. Right? And you're going in there, you're seeing the person, and what are you going to be asking? Hey, is there a town or something around here where I can be to survive? And you're going to be making this divine balance. The ascendant of Libra, that's going to be divine energies with the moon, that's going to be this divine balance. Because when it reminds me about that little bit of drawing that you're standing on the edge, and here is the universe kick you and hand right there to catch you. It's also the universe. That's what kind of like the energies is going to be. Okay, but where is the midheaven? With Mars in Cancer. Okay, that is it about this survival and the family. Okay, and that's what the moon is going to be like. Oh my God, I overcome my fears. For those who overcome the fears, things is going to come in. For those who has not overcome their fears, they're going to be maturing to overcome it. So this is going to be some interesting moments because the new opportunities, they're going to be knocking on your door. But if you're not ready, even if they knock, you're not there yet. Okay? All right. 9 o'clock, midheaven still is going to be at Cancer, creating these issues with Chiron, this balance energy. We're talking about those divine energies towards the sun, the North Node, the Neptune, and Mercury. They're going to come in because you need to make a balance where? Up here in your psyche, okay, within your soul, within your spirit. We need to make a peace. How are you going to make a peace? First peace you need to make within your own self. Okay? You're digging it in there. You find it. You settled it. You're at peace, right? What happens when you have a freaking out and then all of a sudden you put everything in order and you make the balance? What do? Oh, now I can relax. Now I can enjoy. Okay? It's the same thing that you've been working all day and then you go back, you feed the kids and you did everything and you had all these situations. Now it's 9 o'clock and you're like, what? I did what I'm supposed to. Okay? You're paying attention to what? To your relationships. All right, well, that energy is going to be coming at 10 o'clock for this beautiful shadow work that you're going to have to go through it We talk about this. You don't want to go there. You're afraid of what you're going to find there. You're scared what you're going to find there. But if you don't find it now, you're going to find it next lifetime, the next lifetime. Might as well do it now. Okay? Might as well do it now. Okay? If something is wrong, it's a lesson. But if something is good, you're going to be able to go to the next stage of your evolution. And that's what you should looking forward to it. Not just sticking in the same thing. Can you imagine you're on this loop that you're repeating the same class over and over? Can you imagine I put you in the 4th grade and after the end of the school year, you go back into the 4th grade. Then you're going to go back and I'm going to be spinning you around like this all the time until you don't learn what you're supposed to learn. Right? So there is something inside of you. It's a key. You watch the picture at the beginning of the video. The key is you. Okay? The key is you. And here is 11 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. We're talking about Venus and Jupiter. You might see some energies. They are dealing with the material possessions of others, intimacy, and so much. It's going on in there. But right now, Venus is like, oops. Jupiter is going forward. I'm going back. There is this kind of like a separations is in there. And this is a divine purpose. Okay? But the ascendant of Scorpio says like the underworld emotions. It's affecting the authority. We need to look at what's happening in the underworld. So right now, Venus and Jupiter is going to be going where? Deep within you. And that's going to be helping you with the shadow work you need to do deep within yourself. Okay? And this is going to be the beauty of the day. Because tomorrow, as I said, tomorrow, that energy, as here is right now, you're seeing that the moon is right in here with Uranus. Okay? There's going to be some, again, these divine energies. Going to be an extra divine energies towards the north node. It all depends. Are you going to be overcome the fears and get you these opportunities of who God created you to be? Or you're going to be continue repeating the 4th grade over and over. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And hopefully you have a great, great day. That's my wish for you. Be love, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.